Okay, so thank you guys for being patient. I know that I'm late, but we're traveling. And I told you guys last week that it was going to get a little off schedule, or I was going to be a little off schedule. Anyway, today what we're talking about is Tulsi, holy basil. So I don't know if you guys remember, this was like a limited time offer for us back in, the spring of 2021, I do believe. And it was just fantastic. And people that have an experience with this oil or this plant, or even the history of it, went really crazy and started sending all kinds of messages to doTERRA to make it a permanent product. And then in the fall, September of 2021, just last year actually, it became a permanent item. So it's really great that we get to get this at 10% off this month to the end of September. But I wanted to share with you the reasons why you need to snag one and add it to your cart. So I do have a presentation for you guys as usual, but after I'll turn off and I'll just share some of my favorite ways to use it with you. Looky here. I actually got it up on the right slide this time. You know, either the timing is off or the presentation is off. One of the two. Anyway, so today we're going to talk about Tulsi. And I like it a lot in the mornings whenever I'm doing my morning routine. It's got a nice little minty aroma, a little spice in there. Not too herbaceous, but it still smells yummy. I like the herbs and the citruses. But at a glance, Tulsi is also known as holy basil. And within the Ayurvedic practice, it's also known as the queen of herbs, and the incomparable one. So this is an aromatic shrub that comes from the basil family, and it's thought to have originated from central northern India. So it's a really awesome plant. You'll see the purple, blooms on the picture there on your slide. It's really lovely. And many Hindus grow this plant in their homes and around their temples for use in their religious practices. The plant itself is considered sacred, so all parts of the plants are used. The stems, the flowers, the leaves, every single bit of it is used for some purpose or another. A lot of incredible health benefits come from this plant, and I can't wait to share what the oil does for you. So our Tulsi is harvested in India, and this is part of our making a big impact oil. There's a select number of oils where whenever we harvest them, whenever we purchase a bottle, it really has a major impact in the local community. So this one supports 5,000 harvesters. And what makes it lovely is that these are not grown like in orchards or groves or anything like that. These are harvested in the wild. And they're usually harvested between January and February in such a way that it's sustainable. Only the upper branches are cut from the plant, leaving the root intact. And so this is definitely one of those oils that's hard to harvest, but it's also very powerful. Each 5 ml bottle contains 4 pounds of Tulsi. So it's really lovely, and you only need a drop. We already know how pure and powerful our oils are. These are steam distilled, not so much from the blossoms of the plant because they're just too delicate, but the flowers. So think about your basil plant that you may grow at home. If you're not nipping the top of those blooms, those little buds, it's going to flower and your plant's just not going to grow anymore, right? So that's really what we're looking at when we're talking about steam distilling this Tulsi. The chemical composition, this is a pretty powerful essential oil. So it may be half eugenol, and it may be, somewhere between 23 to 54%. But eugenol plays a big role in the power behind this essential oil. Eugenol is an alcohol, and it wouldn't be Casa Walter's presentation without a dog barking, right? It just happens. So this particular eugenol, you probably heard it before when we talked about clove. So eugenol has a tremendous autonomic support. this really helps with the gene expression. Really what we want from oils are two different things. We want to control expression, whether it's specifically the proteins that we are stimulating or suppressing that start us on these chemical pathways, right? So that's what the eugenol is going to do here. It's going to help support your cells in that particular area. It's going to help with the expression. So you're really getting some great support for calming, managing those stressful situations, and responding appropriately to those stressful situations. Topic aromatic, you can either put this into your diffuser, which is my favorite way of using it, or you can put a drop into your hands, rub them together and inhale, right? Cup your hands over your nose and inhale. The other way that you can use this is topically. So topically really provides that antioxidant support when you're talking about eugenol. And this really helps, again, with that whole process. It helps with really supporting, your skin if it's stressed out. And it just helps the body to react and respond appropriately to whatever may be stressing you out. If you want to find out more information about chemical composition, you can go to Source to You, and remember, you just need to punch in that code that's on the bottle of the bottom of your bottle, and it's going to give you the whole printout of the testing and all the wonderful things that are in this bottle. So the other major component in this bottle is trans-beta-alanine. Now, that's not one that we have talked about before, but we know we've talked about those sesquiterpenes, right? So this really is the component within Tulsi that works with our endocannabinoid system. So this is, we've heard about this before with beta-caryophyllene, and this is where you will see that the most support with this oil. So using it aromatically, again, you're going to have that autonomic support. So you're really looking at that HPA axis, and then you're also looking at the antioxidant support if you're using it topically. The primary benefits is cell protection when it comes to this particular element. So it helps the cells not only to function properly, but also to have them have a greater element of protection. So this is going to be really powerful for us in the winter when we start approaching those cold months and our immune system is compromised. That particular compound there is going to provide amazing support. And then last but not least, we have, did I jump ahead? The beta-caryophyllene that you do not see there. It might be in a slide somewhere down the road. But anyway, we've talked about that beta-caryophyllene quite often. This is the one that really provides amazing immune support, respiratory support. I mean, there's so many things that this one particular chemical composition does. So to have this in, these kind of chemicals within this particular oil, you're looking at Tulsi being a wonderful adaptogenic. So what that means, pretty much supporting your normal physiological functioning. It's going to provide your body's just going to recognize what it needs from this oil. So like frankincense, we know that it supports cell function. Tulsi does that. Lavender supports calming and soothing. Tulsi does that. And copaiba, of course, with that endocannabinoid system interaction. I mean, it's very specific the way that it reacts with our ECS. Tulsi does that. It does all three. So this one little powerful bottle can provide you all those amazing supports. Of course, we like those other oils for other things, but just giving you a taste, just to look into how powerful this oil is. So you can use this aromatically, like I had already mentioned before, because you saw your aromatic and topical uses, right? You can diffuse this with lemon and peppermint for any type of seasonal threats. You can diffuse it at night with lavender to have a really powerful boost to get you to sleep, to help you calm the mind, or you can make it into a room spray, either to, freshen your linen or just purify your air. We actually need to diffuse some of this in our van because heard from the back seat that it was kind of funky back there today. Diffuser blends. My favorite one is the Morning Bliss here. I did this the other day, and I also added grapefruit, which was really fantastic. This blends really well with citruses. A Harmony could be one that you're using if you need to calm down after a stressful day. I really like the balance and the Tulsi together too. And I have more recipes for you guys to try in this in the Tulsi book that I'll show you here in just a little bit. And the other way that you can use this particular oil is topically. So either adding it to your facial cleanser or your lotion, it can really help support healthy skin. Using it with fractionated coconut oil, applying it to the spine and the bottoms of the feet, it can really help relax you. And even I'll share my recipe here for making an antifungal cream. It's really easy to do. It doesn't take a whole lot of ingredients, and it's probably stuff that you have at home already. You'll see that it asks for myrrh, oregano, and neem oil. I was able to find the neem oil at the natural grocers, and that really does work it's a great antibacterial oil. So you'll see that it's not a whole lot that you're having to do with this, and it just works really nicely. And this is your solid coconut oil, not your fractionated coconut oil that you're going to use here, because it's going to be a cream. It's going to sit nicely on the skin, but it's not going to be too oily, and it's going to absorb well, and it works lovely. Use that for anywhere on your body where you may need this extra support, and you can use it morning and night. So this is the book that I was mentioning to you. It's 25 uses for Tulsi essential oil. Some of you may have snagged this like a year and a half ago when I first put it together. But for those of you that have not, just go to that link right there, and it'll take you to our website where you can download your free copy. And then 10% off of Tulsi until the end of the month. If you haven't ordered in a while, put it on your LRP, and you still have time. I think tomorrow's the deadline to get your free tamer. So if you haven't ordered in a while, you're still going to get another free oil. I think right now you can still get Citrus Bliss for free. And then, of course, your peppermint if you need to renew your membership. And for those of you that do not have an account, you can go to our website too, or you can scan that QR code there, take a screenshot, and go in and place your order, add your Tulsi to that. That is the discounted pricing that you see on your screen. And just FYI for any new members, if your order comes up to 150 PB, you get your membership fee waived, and you get free shipping. So double score. Let's see. So here are ways to stay connected. Definitely reach out in our Facebook group if you have questions. I'm going to stop my screen share here. Stop share. There we go. And I know that was like incredibly rushed, but you have the dogs, we're traveling, and I just wanted to make sure that I got this out to you guys to honor the Wellness Wednesday. My goal is to be consistent with you guys, but if you have any questions, you feel free to post them here in the group, or you can email them, text them to me. I will post the link to the ebook underneath this video, wherever it is that you're watching, whether it's in our group or if you're watching on YouTube later. And if you are watching later, please hit the like and subscribe for us. All right. Well, thank you guys so much. We'll chat later. Peace.